Hello and welcome back to the channel How We Move the Decimal. In today's video, I am photographing vintage 35 millimeter film slides. I feel like that's all I do is photograph vintage 35 millimeter film slides, and I'm not even halfway done with my newest lot that I got. But it is what it is. I haven't even listed them all on eBay yet. It's just overwhelming, and we've hit a very, very busy time for my kids, and it's going to be only busy, busy, busy for the next 4 months because we are almost done with school. I say that, it's February. We are almost done with school, so it's going to be quite overwhelming. In this video, I want to talk about like eBay whoopsies, I guess, or this past weekend, we were calculating that we've been listing on eBay for probably 20 years, and this past weekend we made a mistake. We had been listing a couple auctions and accidentally listed something in a 99-cent auction that we didn't even want to list in an auction, that's not even worth that much money. We were just going to list it as like a buy now for $11.99, but it accidentally got thrown into a 99-cent auction, and right now it's $3.25. So that's fun. But as other old school eBayers will tell you, other experienced sellers will tell you, you're gonna have to eat it. We're gonna have to eat it. So we'll see what it sells for. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll sell close to the $11.99, so we won't lose money on it. Right now, if it sells for the $3.25, we will make $1.50 off of it after fees. It was a bonus in an auction lot, so it came with an item that we wanted to sell, and we're like, hey, this sells for $11.99. We can go ahead and sell that. I do like having lower priced items in my store. I don't want a store full of lower priced items, but I like having the lower priced items because that brings traffic to the store. If I'm selling $5.99 cards, then that will bring traffic. So back to what I was talking about, I just had to answer 150 phone calls. This is why I can't be a full-time eBayer. I have too much stuff going on. But what I was talking about was we accidentally put something on auction that's going to sell for a lot less than what we wanted. We do use auctions when it's items we don't know how high they'll go for, or we're not really sure what the demand in the community is. We have an auction right now that is vintage Valentines in a scrapbook. And the reason we put it on an auction is right now, as I'm recording this, it's before Valentine's Day. So there might be a demand, but it's also, they're glued into a scrapbook. So it's not even like they're vintage Valentines. They've been sent, they've been glued. So it's up in the air on that. So we put it in the auction. We do this a lot with things we don't know about. We did not intend to put the other thing in an auction because we knew what it was, and we knew it was a low price. And again, we do that in our store a lot. We want a range of prices. If everything in your store is over $50, yes, one sale is great, but you're not as going to get as much traffic into your store as you do in if you have like between, we have some things as low as $5.99, and that really is our rock bottom. Once we get below $5.99, we are not making a profit on it, so we really need it to be above $5.99. If it does not sell above $5.99, it is not worth it for us. Even with the buyer paying shipping, with fees and promotion fees and everything, it is not enough money. We will make maybe $2 or a little more off of something that we sell for $5.99. So $5.99 is our rock bottom. I know some stores sell things for 99 cents. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the stores that sell books for $4.99 and free shipping do it. Because when I'm shipping media mail, which is the cheapest shipping option, for me, the cheapest is still $3. So you're only making $1 off of it, if that. Plus, when you're paying fees, you pay for the shipping cost and the cost you buy something or sell something for. So if I sold something for $10.99 and shipping was $7.99, I would be paying for the 1099 plus the 799 when it comes to fee percentages and taxes and stuff, because a long time ago, people would sell things for 99 cents, but shipping would be like $99. And that would cover the cost of goods to get around eBay fees, hence why eBay had to change their fee structure to also include shipping, which sucks because we are not making money off of shipping. We're losing that money, but it's the whole, this is why we can't have nice things. People got around the system, and by getting around the system, now we have to pay fees on both the shipping and what we actually sold the item for. With this also, there's things in our store that we need to pull out. We have wrapping paper rolls that we got $1 for like 25 of them. Not wrapping paper, wallpaper. They're stupid heavy. I don't think anyone's going to buy them. Some have sold on eBay, which led us to list them, but they're taking up a lot of room. They're taking up spaces for 2 tubs right now in our storage area, and they have to be in the climate control storage because they cannot get damp. So they're taking up room that we could use for other things. And because of that, I want to get rid of them. They've been listed for almost a year. They are not selling. They need to go. So I'm already looking like in my area at things I need to list, or things that aren't listed, things I need to list, and things I just need to end and make room for other things. Now, I will say with the accidental auction, that's not a huge thing. I made, in a previous video, I talked about it, I made a shipping error where I put the weight really, really low and put them going in a padded flat rate. Again, I don't think that was my error. I will take blame for it, but I don't think that was my error. I don't see why I would put coffee cups in a padded flat rate because they will break. I know there are YouTubers that talk about shipping them in padded flat rates and how to do it, and there's even like an eBay group about it. I don't trust it. I ship with pool noodles and floating boxes. So I lost money on shipping supplies, on shipping, all of the above, and I haven't even got feedback back from that. And it's been almost 30 days. So I'm hoping, that they're like, great job. Some of my larger sales, I hold my breath until I get feedback on. When I get feedback, I get very excited. That being said, there are other things that come up. So, accidental auctions, we've had a couple non-paying buyers and a couple problematic buyers. Usually if somebody asks me a lot of questions, especially questions that are more opinion based, then if they're more subjective, I'm leery to answer them. I just had a question about the Valentines and I answered it truthfully. I don't think you could pull them away cleanly from the page. I think they're stuck fairly well. So I answered truthfully. I think the best thing you can do is answer truthfully and don't try to think what they want you to say. I have had other buyers ask for more pictures of things or for measurements, even if the measurements are in the pictures. I'm okay for more pictures if I put like and this is pre 24 pictures. So back when it was 12 pictures, and a lot of my items still only have 12 pictures on them, but back when it was 12 pictures, if they were like, hey, you listed damage and showed one picture of it, can you show a tape measure next to it? Or can you get the other side of that tag for me so I can see the fabric content? Stuff like that. But now with those pictures, I can have 24 pictures, so that leads to a lot less questions, which is great. If a buyer asks you, do you feel this is soft? Do you feel this is rough? Is this thin? Is this thick? Can you see, like, I will put like I can see a light through it if I hold it up to the light, but I will not say if it's thin or thick because that is all up to what I value as thin or thick. Soft and hard is the same thing. I won't say if it's soft or hard. I won't answer if it smells or not because I don't, this whole you don't know what you smell like thing. It's like it smells like my house, but do you think my house smells? anything that could be interpreted another way. Color is the same way. Do you think this is more blue or more green than blue? All of those I avoid answering like the plague. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable answering that, or it's really up to what you think it is. They've asked for comparisons between two items before. Is this a dupe for this? Do you think this would go with, I mean, I've had people ask me, you know, my living room looks like this, and this. Would this go good in it? And I'd be like, I don't know. Don't ask me. I just sell these things. So, or how many times has it been worn? Has it ever been bleached? Stuff like that, I most of the time can't answer because these aren't my belongings. And like I could put something vague like I've never bleached it or I've never worn it, but that's not really answering their question. That's letting them assume that I am the original owner when I am not. And I will say that. I was like, I'm not the original owner, or I bought this used. And a lot of times when I say that, they don't end up buying. That being said, I do hesitate when buyers ask a lot of questions and then they buy from me. I'm worried about the feedback because we've, knock on wood, we've had no bad feedback yet. Technically, we've had positive feedback with bad like wording in it, which is unfortunate, and it's the buyer's way to get around it. So you can't get it removed for bad feedback because they left a positive feedback, but then their like narrative is not great. So that's only happened maybe twice in 20 years, but one happened recently and not particularly pleased about it, but I can't do anything about it. Everything we buy is like 90% chance it's coming from a thrift store. Even things that I have worn for years and then decide to sell probably came from a thrift store because I like to buy clothing from a thrift store. So yeah, we have to, you have to look out for problematic buyers. We did recently have 3 buyers within a week non-pay. All 3 of these buyers were 0 feedback. 2 of them were international. I'm assuming when they saw, because I only ship through the eBay shipping program, global shipping program, I'm assuming as soon as they saw what their export fees and stuff were going to be, they decided not to pay for it. Which is fine, but I would rather them tell me to cancel the order and then I can relist it right away. But instead, with the non-paying buyer, I had to wait 4 days for that item to be relisted. Now, is it going to really sell within those 4 days? No, but I have to keep an eye on it and be aware that it does relist because sometimes it doesn't relist and I have to then go in and manually do something. Where if they would have been like, I looked at the export fees and like, nah, dog, that's not for me, that would save me so much time. And I'd be like, cool, cancel. I cancel orders all the time for buyers. They're like, I changed my mind. I found something better. I can't buy this right now. I'm sorry. My kid got my phone. My dog dialed you, whatever. I have no problem canceling orders. I just hated that I had to wait those 4 days. So thank you for watching my video. Please stay and watch the digitals of these. I really like these digitals. They're from a mission trip in 1967. So please stay and watch the digitals of these.